Welcome back, everyone. Very warm welcome to my channel, and hello to all my chickens. I hope you're well. If you haven't seen my previous videos, last time to wish you a very happy new year, and it has begun. So yes, I've done all that I needed to do. I'm having the improved Angela plan this year. I mean, I'm an organized person usually, but you know, there's always things that need a tweak, don't they? And I like to challenge myself. So hope that you are all ready and set. The only thing I want to do today is make sure that my pantry is cleaned out. That's the last thing I need to do. Right, on to some project making now. For those of you who have been asking me, I just put this here to remind me that I do have the background pages, which are the tea stained, the Avo, and the lace background pages. This is already, and has been for a very long time, a digital, but I have had ladies ask me for the printed kit version. So I've just put this here to remind me, and I'm going to use one of them right now. This is what it's about. So you get the avocado stained printed pages. This is a digital that I've printed. You get 8 of those double side printed. All right, I folded that one in half. It's just to show you. This is the tea stain pages. You get 8 of those double side printed as well. And then you get the lace pages, which is a firm favorite of mine, and I add this to just about every journal I make. It's such a useful one. 8 of those double-sided printed. Right, so 8 of those, 8 of those, and 8 of those, and I'm going to use one of these today. All right, so if you were wanting that, you can go find that in my Etsy shop or in my website shop. Right, so today I'm going to use one of these avocado pages. If you make your own avocado dyed paper, grab one of those. I'm using 160 GSM, which is what I print on for everything. And we're going to make a little, I'm going to call it a poetry purse for a lady. I think that's what I'm going to go with. Right, now I was inspired by the lovely Josie. Hello, Josie. Josie sent me a little happy mail with one of these that she'd made using my, what was this one called now? Book Lovers Bliss kit. So this is just from the Book Lovers Bliss kit. Love this kit. We did this exactly a year ago. That was what we were doing a year ago as a project. And it's the sweetest little folio, and it opens up like that. It's got a little pocket over there and a pocket over there, and it closes like that, and that's the back. All right, so I thought, I can do something with this. So thank you, Josie, for that inspiration. I'm going to put that over there, and I have put together a little plan in the avocado paper, which we're going to use as a base. You can use tea stain paper, you can use whatever background paper you have, any paper at all. All right, so I'm using a combination of an A4, well, it doesn't matter, you grab an A4 or a US letter. We're going to trim it so everybody can do it. All right, so the first thing you want to do is take your sheet of paper. Now, if it's a US letter, yours is already 11 inches. If yours is an A4, it's 11 3/4, and you just want to trim that down. All right, so let's get sorted on that. So it's the length that I want to trim down. So I'm just going to use my little template here, like that. And this is where what I need to trim off. This is only, as I said, if you are got an A4 piece. Otherwise, you don't need to do that. All right, so. Right, so that's the first thing. So you've got 11 inches, or in centimeters, that's 27.9 centimeters that way. All right, now if you have a US letter, it's your turn to do some trimming, because I need this to be 8 1/4 inches wide, and yours is 8 1/2. So if you've got a US letter, trim 1/4 of an inch off the length of the paper. All right. If you've got an A4, it's already 8 1/4. All right, so we're all working with the same size here. Right, now what I want you to do is, I want you to take the right hand side and measure approximately 3 inches. 3 inches is 7.5 centimeters, and fold that in like that. Match it up with the base, and make sure, this is important, that you do match it up perfectly with the edge there. And then just take your bone folder or your finger and run that right to the top. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to take the other side, and we're going to lap this 1/4 inch. All right, so I'm just going to eyeball it, so you can see I'm going to just make sure that that's going to join there. It's just short of it, 1/4 inch really, right? And again, make sure that you get that nicely lapped. So I'm just putting that down a bit like that. Yeah, there we go. Use my fingers first, and then when I'm happy, I'm going to use my bone folder. All right, so that's what you've got there. You folded 3 inches there, 7.5. You've overlapped it. That will be slightly shorter, I think, and that's what you've got at the moment. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to, let's start with the sides. So go to one of the sides, one of them. I'm going to turn this over because I've got slight marks there from my printer, and that's why I'm going to cover that. Right, so I've got that there, and what you want to do is, it doesn't matter which side this is because it's immaterial. I want you to measure 1¼ inches down from the right. All right, in centimeters, that's 3 centimeters. So I am going to just put this on my board like that. We're not cutting anything, we're scoring. So we're going 1 inch and 1/4 like that. 1 inch and 1/4. I think I've got it right. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Right, and then I just want you to score straight across. You don't need a scoreboard, and if you don't have one of these, just get the back of a butter knife. Another good thing, if you've got one of these that are old, like mine, a metal one, then if you push the blade in and turn it round, that also scores really well. All right, so just use what you have, guys. So that's 1¼ inches or 3 centimeters. Now I want you to turn that so that that flap that you just scored is at the top, and I want you to measure this, or not measure, but you've got like 1/8 of, no, what is that? It's about 2/8, so yeah, 1/4 inch from the top. So if I lift it up, you can see I've got a little bit of a gap there from the score line, and I'm matching these lines here. So you want the score line to match this one, this to match this, and I'm just gauging it like that, and now I'm going to push this line straight across there. All right, and we want to do that. There we go. Open it up. Coolio. Right, now we're going to need to do some cutting. Where's my trusty shears? There we go. Now what I want to do is, and I'm going to draw this with a pencil, you're welcome to do this, but really you don't need to do this. I'm just doing it for the point of you being able to see. What I want to do now is just right of the score line, I want to draw a little line straight up. Okay, you don't need to draw it, you can cut it, but it's just that I want to tell you that it's not left of the score line, it's right. Okay, I want to just do that like that. I'm just going to use my ruler so you can see. Right, so the score line is just left of that. Yeah, you want to do that on both sides, and I'll just eyeball that one. This one, you want to do it just left of the score line. All right, so just this side of it like that. For me to draw it is to help you see it better, because I'm struggling to see it, never mind you. All right, then at the same time I'm going to do a really slight, and this is on, you don't need a protractor, we're just doing a slight angle away over there, right onto the side that's not this middle flap. So just like a slight angle from that point down. So you've got that now. All right, now I want to cut those little wedges out, so I'm just going to go straight down there and straight down there. There we go. And remove that. Same over here. Straight down there. Oh, don't cut my finger underneath. And there. Okay. So this bit's remains straight, but this is slightly angled. And the reason why, you could cut this bit off and not do that if you want, but I like to reinforce the edge so that it is only paper after all, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to just turn my flap this way now, is it? Yeah, right, so we've got that score line there. I want to just turn the flap I scored earlier like that, and these little flaps as well forward. Okay, where you've got this going up, you want that coming down. Right, so take your bone folder, give it a nice burnish, and here as well. Here we go. Now if you've got a corner rounder, that's the one, then you can round these corners. Probably better when I fold these bits in, so just have that on hand. What we want to do now is stick these flaps down if you're not cutting them off. I like to reinforce edges, so because as I say, it's just paper, and if you want longevity of things and you're making the time to putting in the time to create something amazing, you want it to last, you know. So I'm not going to cut it off, I'm just going to stick it down like that. And the same over here. Now what I want to do is I want to fold these over. So it doesn't matter which one you fold first. They're going to lap over like we said, just 1/4 of an inch. So you want to take your glue and you want to just put a little bit of glue over here just so that you can seal this tube together. All right, so hold that down, match it on that score line and your edge here. There we go. Yeah, looks good to me. Right, now we're able to turn that over and use one of these. And remember, if you don't have one of these, that's also okay. If you have something like the ink, just distress ink, this one makes a smaller corner, that one a wider one. Just take whichever one you prefer. I've used a smaller one, so I would say here, put it on the corner there like that. Look at that. Draw with your pencil and just trim it off. Okay, so this is great for that. Okay, now we want to go to the score line here. We want to lift this up like that. There we go. Give it a nice burnish. And we've got our little flap over there. Right, so this one, I'm just going to run my bone folder along the edge of this here, just to help with the bending over. All right, so making like a second score line. There we go, so that's going to go like that. Okay, here we have our little booklet. Now I do need to punch out a little circle there, and you can do it at the top as well. So let me just grab my punch quickly. So I've got my 1.5 inch circle punch. That's about 4 centimeters in diameter, if you're wondering. I do love these. I've got these in lots of different sizes. I'm going to just put this over here and cut out a little thumb notch like that. So let's just turn that around, and then we'll just go like that. There we go. Right, so just to enable you to get your goodies out, you can put that to the side. So we've got the base now for our little pouch. Okay, so you can now go and take your distress ink, if you like, and just give it a light distressing on the edges. And as I say, you can use absolutely any paper for this. So I'll just go a little bit along here, and we're going to make it all girly now, as I like to do. This is like a special folio that this lady is keeping all of her very special poems in. And we have a couple in our ephemera kit, so, and you can add some of your own as well to the bits we're going to add. So it's going to be fun. All right. Hope you're having a great week and excited to get on with this journal project. We're going to put this into our journal, so it's going to be absolutely lovely, very girly, nice warm colors to brighten up the gloomy weather that I'm looking at outside here. And I tell you, Abby and I went for a little walk earlier, and I forgot to take some gloves because I haven't had a walk with Abby, to be fair, for a few weeks. The poor dog doesn't like outside, but I thought today she's putting on her puffer coat and she's going. So off we went, each with a puffer coat. Now Abby and I, we've got a couple of clothes that match. I've got a hoodie, so that's like a sweater top with a hood, if you live in the US, with the drawstrings, both in dusky pink. She's got one that matches to mine. I bought it from a place that does that, and so I put hers on. It's got long paws, and I didn't put my gloves on, and I didn't realize how cold it was. My hands were paining afterwards. I had to get my little hand warmer to warm my hands up if I could craft. Terrible. Right, we've got this all sorted. Really loving that. I think what I'm going to do, I'm not going to put what Josie did there, and I'm a fan of these, but I'm not going to put it on here. I am going to put a little eyelet, but you're welcome to use any closures you like. Now, some of the goodies that I've gathered here, and I don't know what I've done with the eyelet, but I'm sure I put one. Oh, there it is. I've got a little eyelet. I've got this lovely cream scalloped lace and the pink crocheted pointed lace in beautiful soft pinks. I'm going to use some of the crinkle ribbon for the closure. Then I have grabbed a piece of fabric here. I'm going to use this one. This one measures, let me give you approximations. We're looking at 5 inches by 3 and a bit. So in centimeters, that's 13 by about 8. There or thereabouts, okay? I have gathered some of my flowers, these mixed flowers that I had. And ladies, I have had some people ask me about these. The supplier has discontinued these, my manufacturer, so I might have to put another bundle together because the others have sold out without that one. And well, I'll have a look and see. They're back on this week, so I'll give them a ring. She said to me she's not sure they're going to carry on with that line. I've got hydrangeas we're going to use, and these are from those stamps that I shared with you the other day. So we're going to use a couple of those. And then ephemera, which we'll get to in a minute. All right, so this is what you need to gather. If you've got your stuff in your tray, then that's perfect. Why is my pen lying here? All bent and twisted. Now, Audrey did give me a lovely glue pin. I must go and grab that. Right, so what I think we'll do is we'll start with the front here. So let's open that up. All right, and we are going to stick down this fabric onto the front like that. Right, so here's my Fabri-Tac. It's a new one, so I don't have to struggle. And we're going to get that there. Right, so let's just clear the tip. I haven't been using my Sugar Bell bottle because it really pains my hands to squeeze it. So I'm back to how I originally started with this bottle, where the nozzle's slightly wider and I can just not have to press so hard. I want to get one of those glue presses that squeeze the glue out the bottle for you, but I think they're out of stock everywhere. I think that's the answer. Right. Now, I want to put this on here like that. We'll move this a little bit down. There we go. Right. That's so pretty. So vintagey looking. You just can't go wrong, can you? Did any come out? I'll ask myself. Right, there we go. Okay, move it up a little bit. That little bit. Why are you like over there? We go. Okay. Right, so I've got that stuck there, and then what was I going to do? I was going to take this piece of ephemera, and isn't this beautiful? I'm going to put that sort of here, so that I've got more or less the same amount of space, the top and bottom, except I'm moving it slightly over because the flap is going to come over this side. So I want to place it about there. All right, so let's get that stuck down. Yeah, so I hope that you all have done your homework, cut everything out. I've had the best time planning some of the projects that I want to put into this journal. It's been an absolute pleasure to work with such warm colours on gloomy weather, as I said, and it's really lifting my spirits. I'm excited. Got lots of great ideas for this. That's about straight, yes. Okay, now these little goodies here, I've got these ink. This was a stamp from a stamping magazine I had a long time ago, and I want to just be mindful of where this flap's going to come down. So I just want to turn it over and see. So it doesn't matter that it's going to cover some of this, that's okay. I just wanted to see where it was going to go. Right, so we'll go back to the nice soft bottle, and this is a great one to use. All right, this glue's lasted so well. I remember I bought it at the end of July, and we're still going strong at the moment. I'm just looking to tell you it's over there. I've got just short of half a bottle left, which is unbelievably good. So I'm going to put those there. This is one of those from that Sam Poole stamps I showed you last time in the last video. So I'm just putting a little bit of distress ink. I did this on tea stain paper, nothing fancy. I'm going to put that there, and then I've got one of these from that same kit. It just says 1871, and I'm trying to use a lot of vintage looking things. So we're going to just make a little collage like that. Okay, really easy. Yeah, so I've got all sorts going on. I've been very good, and I'm planning all my meals. I've decided, I bought myself a nice planner, and I've decided I'm going to make every moment count. I mean, like I said, nothing, you know, I spend every moment doing things, but I'm not good to myself health-wise. I don't make time to go and have a walk. I don't make time to stop working, really, and I eat on the run and put on weight, and I'm not happy. You know, the usual. So I'm starting with all these new ideas. Let's hope they last. That's all I'm going to say. Right, I've got that there. Now we are going to put a flower on the top, yeah? I'll come back to that at the end. Now, what I wanted to do now is, before I forget, I'm going to put some lace on here. These two bits. But I don't want to punch through the lace, so I'm going to put the eyelet in first. Now, just a little thought I've had right now is to take a piece of scrap paper and just to put another piece there. Now, it can be any paper. I'm going to just chop a piece off here, because this is just want to take a tiny square like that, and I'm going to just stick this. You can use any scraps from your scrap pile. This is just to stick it where I want to place my eyelet, which really is going to be around here. So this is the underneath. I'm going to, actually it can go on the top because we won't see it. Stick it on the top, and then you don't see this underneath. We're going to put our lace on the top there. So we've just got that there, which is great. And now I'm going to just mark the middle here like that. If you've not got an eyelet maker or anything, then you can use any other form to close. You don't have to have a hole here, but I'm just going to make one. I'm using my crocodile. Okay, so that's just to reinforce the paper, really. That's great. And now what I want to do is I'm going to stick this over Stick that over there like that. Let's measure off this quickly. Just trying to be proactive here. The seam binding is so pretty. I love the colors. Now I'm not sure exactly how much I need, but I'm going to work it out quickly and tell you. Right, so we're going to put this down there. We're going to wrap this around there and a bow, and wrap that around there and a bow like that. Let's make it right. We're going to cut it off there. Right, I'll tell you what this is more or less. If I fold it in half, in the crunched length of things, you're looking at 30 inches without pulling it tight. All right, so that's what we want. I'm going to get the halfway bit here. I'm going to thread that through there, squidge it up a bit, and I'm just going to thread that through like that. Right, so that's on. Now I can stick this on. If you don't make a hole, you can just wrap it right round and have a loose closure. That's also fine. Right, I'm going to now take this and I'm going to just open this up. I think it's easier. I'm going to just get some glue on here. So we'll just put some glue. This is fabric glue. And then we can just, I'm going to go just over the edge here so that those little scallops just peek over the edge like that. There we go. Press it down. So we've got that all there, and then I'm going to put this one just over the top like that. Yeah, so more glue. Get that over there. Don't go in over the fold line. Keep it away from that. Like this. Awesome. And then my nice and then this side. There we go. So that bit's done. Right, so that can dry nicely. Just press it on the underside. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to stick this particular poem. I thought was it this one or this one? One of these I wanted to stick over here. Now, because of the thumb thing, I think I'm going to put this one here. So let's stick that down then. I've already distressed the corners of everything so that I didn't bore you with that. And yeah, this is so pretty. So pretty. Now I could put lace on the side of this too, but it's going to make it a bit bulky, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get this stuck closer to the edge, and we are missing our thumb thingy there. This one is going to slide in here. Right, those are two poems from my little ladies journal. Now this one is going to slide in here, I think. Yeah, so that one's going to go in there. Now those are for you to write your own poems on the back, or thoughts or whatever. And then this little one over here is my little envelope. I printed the lace background digital on the back of that mini envelope, and I'm going to just close it up. So I've already scored along the lines, etc. So there we go. And again, another little storage compartment to put something in there. And all I'm doing here is I'm taking that flap, that lacy flap, and I am just going to tuck it in there like that, and that's going to lie like that. All right, so you can put whatever you want in there. Now you can make this a writing spot, and it's nice and plain. You can do whatever you want. You can put some stamps or stick something on there, absolutely anything you want. And then we can close that up like that. We've got to put our flower on there, but I want to just do the back first. So what I'm going to do here is quite simple. I'm using this piece of ephemera. I'm going to make this a pocket. So we are going to put some glue on these 3 sides like that. And we're going to put it right here. It's perfect size. Right. Now remember, when you print out your ephemera, you get a slightly different size if you print it with a border or without. Without a border, it's slightly bigger. With a border, it's slightly smaller. All right, so just bear that in mind, by about 1/4 inch. Right, so we've got that there. While that's drying, and before I do anything further, I am going to take this hydrangea and this flower and stick it on the front. I'm going to take the smaller petite flower and this little one and stick it over here. So that's what we're going to do. So that's going to go here. Oh, I just love these flowers. I'm hoping to get a restock of these because my manufacturer, as I said, was out of stock of this one. So I can't put my set in again, but I will see what I can do. Right, so that goes in there. Let's turn that over. We want to get this one at the top here. Right, we want to get this one at the top here. And this one. Now I'm going to slot this into a little lacy pocket or a fabric pocket when I put it into my journal at some point. So hang on to this. Don't you love the pearls? I do love them. Right, you know what this calls for? My little clip. So we want to just take this and grip it in place. All right, I might take 2 just in case it's tilting it over, which we do not want. Right, so I'm just getting that pressed over there. These are sticking down nicely. And I want to take, I've got this little tag here. All right. I'm going to put this into the pocket. So this is going to go into this pocket here, like that. And then I've got this little bit here, which is a Catherine Klein postcard of mine. All right, I do back them all onto this background paper. I'm going to slide that in over there. Right, so there we go. Isn't that pretty? Right, so you've got your little flowers on the back there. You've got your bigger flower on the front here. It's not quite dry, but I'll put them back on there. You've got your little envelope in there and your little ephemera piece in there, and it can fit a lot more. You've got your lovely poem here in French, and that's an actual hand drawing that was in that lovely diary from 1898. It says Marguerite. And then we've got a little poem, which is an actual poem from 1898, 21st of April, with a beautiful hand-drawn drawing. These are from my ephemera pack. This is from my add-on kit. All right, so there we go. This closes up now, and we can just tie this closed. So, as I say, you don't have to have a eyelet. We're going to just do that like that. And we've got a lovely poetry purse for a lady. There we go. What's going on? Right, so there we have it. Isn't that so pretty? Yeah, I think the bow can move over just a little bit, but I'll sort that out. Right, and we can just separate that. That's sticking down beautifully. And that's our little project for today, guys. I hope that you've had fun with that. Really girly, really pretty. And as I say, I'll show you how we make a nice little lace pocket or pouch with fabric or lace or combination of the two to house it. So it's pretty flat. It's pretty flat, as you can see. A lovely little gift, a lovely happy mail, really would brighten somebody's day. You could put anything in here. It doesn't have to be poetry, especially for somebody who loves reading. You know, as an ex-English teacher, reading is my thing. And if you've noticed, I have been doing a lot of book-themed journals. I just, all the favorites. I just love reading. So, yeah, I just love this. So go and have some fun. This can work in any theme, of course it can. But you just got to love these girly colours, and it looks so vintagey, doesn't it? Right, take good care of yourselves. I'm going to be sharing with you my little lady's journal final flip through, which turned out wonderfully. I can't wait to share that with you on Sunday. So I'm going to record that, and we will go through, we'll take a little walk down memory lane and have a look at all the amazing projects we put together. All right, everyone, thank you so much. If you're wanting anything, I've kept my digitals at the Black Friday sale price, the old ones. These ones are at a sale price as well, but not the Boxing Day sale price. If you're wanting letters from a lady, there are a couple, and I really mean a couple. If you're wanting one of these ultimate bundles or any of the other bundles to do with this kit, there are really just a few, and I'm not restocking them. I will be bringing you a mini journal very soon, so I will probably be bringing that to you towards next week. All right, so have a look for that. Stay well, take good care of yourselves. Bye bye.